Hello, everyone.
know.
Hello, everyone. This is Jeanette and Jenny. We are now live. We did a whole. Y'all were not in the loop, but we did a whole show without you.
Practically, but
You know,
I'm
we're just priming the pump, baby. Priming the pump.
yeah, that's a exactly
Uh,
what I said was gonna happen is happening.
oh no. Well, hang in, guys.
My
Hang in,
backdrop
you
is
guys.
falling.
oh. Okay. I'm gonna switch you off here. Let's see. There. Is it better now?
No,
Put it up
that's
there.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. Go
Let it
ahead.
go, girl.
Yeah, let it go.
Let it
There you
go.
go. All right, we're
Okay.
good.
Ready?
That's perfect.
All right.
I'm ready
Here we
when
go.
you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is what happens when you go live and
Truth.
you're Jeanette and Jenny. Um, this, this is our third show or third episode of the first season. And we are delighted to have you with us. And I hope you're not in a bad mood because you're not going to be in a bad mood for much longer. Because this is always a laugh a second.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm Jenny,
I'm
and
Jeanette.
And
that's
that's
Jeanette,
Jeanette.
and there's Catherine.
Hi,
Yeah,
everybody. Let's
And
try this one again.
yeah. Let's try that
Catherine
one
is
again.
our special guest today. She is a crafter in Florida, and she is a friend of the show. And she has just delighted us by allowing us to have her on our show today. We're so proud to have her.
Yeah.
She's currently doing a show in Florida called Creative Spaces, Omega Radio, Wednesday, 10 o'clock Central Time,
Right.
11 o'clock in Florida time.
Right.
Perfect.
And if sorry everybody, we're just getting used to it. But Jeanette's gonna say what she said before.
If I remember.
About Catherine. And then
Okay.
Catherine's gonna come in. So welcome everybody, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes.
Jeanette?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm laughing, and this is just my natural norm of laughing. I can't believe we did a whole show basically off the air. Okay. So we want to thank Brittany for telling us, hey, you're not on the air.
But
Okay, so let me tell you about Catherine. Catherine and I met on Alignable, and we hit it off really quick. And she invited me to be on her show, and as a guest. And one thing led to another. We didn't know what happened, but now I appear every week saying the word of the day. So we end up having the word of the day every Wednesday, and the show is on Wednesday, of course, and we just have a great time. Bringing creative people on, and it's called Creative Space with Catherine Shapiro. So I'm gonna let her take it from here and let her tell you who she is and what she does.
Hi, everybody. I started off as what you call a mixed media artist. What that is you use all sorts of techniques and all kinds of material to get the look that you like. Now, when I first started, I was hiding just about everything. I had stuff on my walls, I had it under the bed and in the closet. And literally, when I put it on Facebook in 2012, I was coming out of a closet. I had an art closet, basically. Absolutely. And then I said to myself, no more. Started a long effort to get an online gallery going. And you can find it at www.cmscreationsart.com. And then it got bigger and more fun. And I started doing things like restoring furniture. What brings us to today is I'm trying to merge the two, as well as becoming Jeanette's and Jenny's partner in this new show that they've created, which is so fabulous. I'm speechless. And that takes a lot, let me tell you. So, yeah. So now, as you can see from the name, I am changing my business, my work, my endeavor, and now calling it Cat's Creations,
Mm,
Fearless Art in Mixed Media.
Is this
okay.
is this a showstopper? Are we the first?
I
You
know.
are. You are
You
absolutely
are?
the first ones
Wait,
to hear
Oh,
about this.
breaking
wow.
Yes.
news? I
Yes.
love it.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is great. So it's like you're announcing your big event with us. That is
Hmm.
wonderful, Catherine. And Catherine, what was the hardest thing that you found in being a crafter? What was the hardest part for you?
What was hard was trying to get to events, trying to get out, trying to get transportation, trying to get help to be, at art shows and things like that, because I have a few chronic things that are a part of my life on a permanent basis, and one of them is
Mm-hmm.
that I don't drive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it makes things really a little difficult because art is a pursuit that's done a lot outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been getting back in the groove, and I have a really great team of people, including my Lyft drivers, which are fabulous. And I love to give them a shout out whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my biggest problem right there, is getting
Okay.
out and about and getting noticed. So this has been really good for me.
What
That's
what
really
what
good.
what was the turning point that made you think that you could be noticed as an artist? Or I'm always the dollar bill person, but
Go for it.
what what made you think that your artwork is of value? Did someone tell you that, or did you say, look, I'm doing pretty good, I think I can sell this? Or what turned you from being an artist, um, underground, into becoming an artist who wants to make money from
Well,
work?
yeah, it was an actual lucky shot. I took a photograph on a vacation, President's Day weekend, as a matter of fact, that ended up in a silent auction at the Armory Art Center in West Palm Beach. And that photo was part of an exhibit for the 100th year anniversary of the Anti Defamation League, that fights anti Semitism in all its forms and hatred of all kinds, because there is no place for hatred in creative space.
Nope.
Right.
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 So, yeah. So, and I had a blast. It was an
And
11 by 14 photo that I got
mm-hmm.
literally the first week I owned my cell phone. That
Wow.
cell phone is the best instrument you can have when it comes to creating art, because you can save things on it.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to breakfast, and it was one of those foggy Florida days. Saw a spider web on the wooden bridge
Oh
that I
my God.
crossed to get to breakfast, and I was snapping pictures like a crazy person. It was funny. It was hilarious. I wish I'd had a picture of myself taking
Doing
those
that.
pictures. Yes, absolutely. People must
Oh
have
my
thought I was
God.
nuts. And yeah, and when I got back to the room after breakfast, mind you, the spider web itself was gone.
Huh.
Oh yeah. And
Oh.
I went back to our hotel room, and I showed my husband, who's a very good photographer himself.
Uh-huh.
And he looked at me and goes, "Do you know what you have here?"
What?
I'm not sure I sent it to you, but I can show it to anybody who would like to see it. It is literally a spider web that's a foot wide in any direction on these beams of this
What?
bridge. Hmm.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Mm.
Hmm. And that photograph sold at the auction and the exhibit. And in that year, which was 2013, I believe, they made $63,000
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Oh
during that
wow.
exhibit to fight
That
anti-Semitism and
Oh
teach
my
law
goodness.
enforcement.
that is wonderful,
Talk
Catherine.
Hmm.
about a good cause
I
and
tell you.
a divine intervention there.
It
Yes.
was, honestly, because I had forgotten I'd send it in. That's the crazy thing about it.
Oh my gosh. And
And I,
Catherine, yeah, and I love that. But let me ask you something. What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? What gives you that fire to keep going?
well, you guys, I have talked to so many great artists and wonderful people since I started
Uh-huh.
this whole adventure. Um, when I first put everything on Facebook, I said, I hope people enjoy. And they kept following and clicking and and I was having such a good time that I forgot it was work. And it is,
Wow.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes when you're having fun, you don't know it's work. It's work when you're just having fun. But neither one of it of the work. It's just having fun.
Absolutely. And over the years, I've done a lot of different things. Um, just through for nonprofits and writing articles and doing newsletters. And I had a friend at Omega Radio who did the advertising for them. And we pitched an idea for the show, like this one, but yours is much better, by the way,
Oh,
I think, personally.
you.
That's just my personal bias right now. Jeanette has been
You're-
a really good friend
that's
to
why
me.
we love you.
Yes, absolutely. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
it's absolutely. And Jeanette became a really great partner on our show, on the Wednesday show. And it, I mean, when we pitched it, we thought, what are we going to do? And it just filled itself. People were coming out
Oh,
of the woodwork.
wow.
I sent out a proposal to different artist friends that I knew. And since then, we've had over 18 guests either calling in or appearing in studio live.
Mm,
And we'll be on
mm.
the air for a year in March.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Wow.
That's
That is
wonderful.
wonderful. Oh my
It's
How
been a
many
gosh.
blast.
do
It
you
is.
do you find it hard to get crafters to come out from under their workstations to
It's a
yap with
little
you?
tough. Yeah, it's kind of hard because people don't like to talk about themselves.
Mm,
And the beauty is that you can inspire other people, and you never know who's listening, who's going to be inspired by your particular story.
mm.
That's exactly right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Right.
And it
true.
may be just one person, and that's all it takes.
Wow. And Catherine, what advice would you give the young artists of today and crafters of just what advice can you give to them to keep them motivated and going?
Never quit.
Yes.
You will
Yes.
be able to find a place and a thing that's yours if you're looking for it. Never stop looking.
Yes, that is great
And you
advice.
can make art and be creative anywhere with anything.
And
Mm,
Oh,
it's
yes.
I think you've
wonderful.
proven that you can also use the term mixed media, which some crafters may or may not, depending on the craft that you're doing. If you don't have any art training,
Hmm.
may not understand that. But I think it's a really good metaphor for crafters in general
Hmm.
because mixed media is sometimes you find something that you like better or you do better than what you
Hmm.
started with,
Hmm.
or sometimes the other media will enhance the one you've been working.
Right.
And I
It's a
think
Mhm.
you've proven that.
flexibility thing, is what it
Yeah.
is. Especially on days when maybe you're not feeling so good.
Yes.
Yes.
You can switch mediums and modalities. If you can't pick up a brush, pick up a pen. If you can't
Mhm.
talk, type.
Yes.
It's that kind of thing.
Wow.
Flexibility and resilience are the number one things that
Which,
I
which,
encourage.
which is the one thing I know that sometimes I'm not feeling I'm not feeling it,
Mm-hmm.
and I pick something that, even though it's not on my list of to-dos, I'll do it just to get me in the groove.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Mm-hmm.
what's your go-to?
What I always do is I wake up in the morning a little earlier, than some people, and I take even just a piece of paper, I carry my sketchbook everywhere I go almost. And the minute you get up in the morning, the first thing you do, what's in your head? Draw it, write it, say it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it
What you
helps.
dreamed, what you
Mhm.
dreamed about.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are some of the best subjects for paintings or drawings or any kind of original art, is that unconscious thing that that impulse really is. That's what the creative impulse is. It's a like like a like a spark is what it
Mm.
is. And we all have a divine spark. So
Mm.
anybody can do it. You just have to be listening for it and you got to be watching for it.
And go for it too, because
Uh-huh.
the thing is, a lot of people can have their ideas. They can say, oh, I want to do this, I have a great idea, but then they don't follow through. They kind of just sit there with the idea. They write it
Mhm.
in their journal. They have this thing of, just, I have this idea, but either they don't know how to do it, or they don't get the help to do it. See,
Mhm.
one thing I always recommend is, you got to find your community. You got to
Mhm.
find a community that's willing to help you to get where you are. Now, I just happen to have one. And I always go, and it was a blessing to find this group of people. But when you
Mhm.
meet them, you don't want to let them go, because a lot of things happen and then you grow. But the point is that we got to take that first step. you
Oh,
got
and that's
you
the
got
hardest
your
one
idea.
sometimes.
You got your idea, write
Mhm.
it down, then do the research to say, hey, how do I get this? Or ask people, how do you get this? People
Mhm.
are more willing to help you and things like that. And this is why it's so important about this show that we love so much, because we want to be that voice to tell you, hey, this is how you start. This is what you have to do. With our guests
Mhm.
that are on and things like that, I want to motivate as many crafters as there is out there to be able to make their dreams come true. Get that oomph in it of
Mhm.
how
Mhm.
to do it. Without thinking of being stressed that you think you're alone. You're not alone. You don't know how
Absolutely
many
not.
people out there just saying, I wish, I wish, I wish. Stop with the wishing and get to work. Get people to help you. Ask questions. Do the
Mhm.
research. Oh my gosh. Kids nowadays, they have the biggest resource in their hand, and it's this phone.
Mhm.
They
Oh my
have
gosh.
the world in their hand, and all you have to do is, how do I do
Mhm.
this? How do I do that? How do I continue? How do I get this? How,
Mhm.
it's so much information. The point is, it's just doing it. The Nike
Mhm.
commercial, just do it. Do it.
Yeah.
You know what?
You.
You know what? I'd like to go back to Catherine's
Hmm.
spider web,
Mhm.
Yes.
because a lot of people, and I understand. Jeanette's more of a planner, and I'm more of
Mhm.
a, I'll be happy to go along in the bus as long as I don't have to organize it. Okay.
Right, I got you.
I do the big vision. I like taking uh, the big picture.
Mhm.
However, Catherine, you just gave every new crafter and every crafter who's struggling, and I'm reading a lot
Yes.
of them. I have a couple of gals that are on my Facebook page, like, okay, I've been doing this a year. I'm over it. The family pressure's too great. I need the money. Um, you didn't plan that picture.
No, I
You
Mm-mm.
didn't.
were out, you took your phone out,
Mhm.
you snapped some pictures, and there was your
There's the
creation.
moment. But you have to, what I always do is that get up in the morning, have a routine that involves what it is that you're doing. If you like writing, write a sentence, take 5 minutes, and that will help you start and get the ideas that you need to practice your craft. It doesn't take a lot of space. I've literally painted or drawn on lap desks on
Mm-hmm.
a screened in patio. Really, one
Mm-hmm.
of the screened in apartment patios everybody knows, in very small spaces. In fact, my latest studio space downstairs is literally under the stairs.
How
Wow.
Yeah.
awesome. It's like a
Hmm.
little
So,
hobbit nook.
That's
yeah.
exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. And if you make an appointment with your creative self, I guarantee you that alter ego of
Can
yours,
I
its
can I use
superpower, it'll
that?
show up.
Can I use that? Make an appointment
With
with your creative
yourself.
self.
Look at that.
Yeah,
We never make
And
appointments with
you're gonna
ourselves.
now be on my Facebook page as a quote there.
absolutely.
Yeah, we love
Anytime.
yes, make an appointment. How many of you that are really, entrepreneurs actually even take lunch for yourself? I'm one of those that I forgot to even mark a lunch. I'm like,
Mhm.
wait a minute, that's really important. So if you make
Right.
an appointment with yourself, you can't miss out. What excuse are you gonna get?
Absolutely. And I learned that a long time ago from another artist friend of mine that said, self care is the thing that feeds that inner artist. So you get inspired for different things. Um, I'll take a lot of times, I'll take a one, maybe half a day, even just to do something you like doing, color,
Mm,
um, go to a movie.
I,
mm,
Yeah, have a read a book, have
mm,
make something in the kitchen. Food is one of the
mm.
greatest art forms there is.
Ooh, yes.
well, I
Uh-huh.
know
Yes.
that. Jeanette,
Hmm.
I talk food all the time.
Oh
There
my
you
God.
go. Absolutely.
Talking food. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's funny that you said that. One of my guests that's coming out happens to be a baker, and I'm hoping that she does come on our show because she bakes, and that's an art.
He's a
That's an
baker.
art.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm not as good as this person, but I will say more things about that. But you know what? You are such an inspiration, and I'm hoping that people will listen and just this is what we want to do: give love to people and be able to help people. Get to where they need to be. We're getting almost to the end of our show with 7 minutes to spare. And at the end of the show, what I like to do, and if you don't mind, Catherine, you can
Absolutely.
just enjoy it. I usually like to read the word today, and it just happens to be funny because it's being honest. It says being honest with God, but of course I have my book, and it says, I will wash my hands in innocence and go about your altar, O Lord, that I may make the voice of thanksgiving heard and may I tell of all your wondrous works. It says each morning we need to come clean with God. If there's anything between us and God, when we try to pray and get into his presence, it will bother us until we deal honestly with it. God wants us to confess our faults. I have found over the years of ministry dealing with other people and also dealing with our own flesh that we don't really like to confront wrongdoing or what we
Hmm.
should be doing. Most
Hmm.
of us like to make excuses, but excuses keep us deceived. Okay?
That's
An
true.
excuse is a reason stuffed with a lie. The Bible says that the truth will set us free. John 8:32. Honesty with God will free us to enjoy our whole day. What did we say about making excuses? Wasn't that the perfect word for today about getting
That
yourself out there? What do you think, Jenny,
Hmm.
about
and that actually, because honestly, guys, we don't ever plan anything, and I know.
that?
Can you see us on script? We're just not the type.
No,
We
no.
I hear you.
no. So
Look, I had a
we
background call. That's not.
I know. When we asked Catherine on, we didn't tell her to say anything. We just asked her questions and she answered. And
Uh-huh.
Jeanette picked this before we spoke with Catherine. So it's so wonderful when the entire creative mind comes together
Hmm.
and creativity comes through us. It's given to us.
Hmm.
Um,
Mhm.
it it shows itself in different ways. You just got to find
Hmm.
where that creative spark is.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it has just it has just shown its lovely head to all of us today. It's amazing. I love it.
Yes,
Thank you.
and I know we're doing something good because we have been through some things coming on this show beforehand, and it's like we think we got it, and let's be real, we think we got it, and all of a sudden we're doing this thing, and we notice that we're not live. So I'm like, wait a minute, we got to do this again. So it just goes to show that I
Mhm.
feel that we are doing good to help people. We have big hearts to help people. Every one of us want to help the artist and the crafter, just get them out there and show their abilities, give us their advice. What do you have to share? What do you want to share? What do you want to know? Who do you want to do? It's just so much
Mhm.
information that's
Mhm.
why Jenny and I just want to help people out there. And I love it because we do it in fun. We don't hide anything, as you can tell with my background again falling off. I'm not going to let that one down. And
And I
you
missed the
know,
button somewhere. I thought I clicked it, girlfriend.
I know, right? I mean,
I
no,
Oh,
but
did
it
yeah.
it.
happens. And thank God we have friends like my community, Brittany. She got on. She says, "Hey," she wrote to us, "You're not live. You're not live." And I'm looking at her. I'm going, "We're not live." So it's like, "Hey, stop. We not." So it goes to
Absolutely.
show,
Yeah.
we don't practice anything. We don't rehearse anything. We go on
Mhm.
as we are. Only me with my, lovely different styles of the week that you'll get to see
Fabulous.
and have fun. Hey, you know what? I want to have fun giving out information to help the artists and crafters. This world is not perfect. So don't try
Mm-mm.
to be perfect because it's not. We're not perfect. We're going
It's
to make
perfection.
mistakes.
What you want to do is seek out progress, not
Yes.
perfection.
Exact. What a beautiful
I love
statement.
that.
Progress.
I need
Mhm.
you. Can I use you? Because I'm doing a quote page. I need to spend some time with you, Catherine. I got to pick your quote brain.
Absolutely. Please do. And I get them
It's
from quite a
good.
few places myself. The one thing that I love is I love Einstein because he's got a scientific mind, but he had a really big interest in spirituality. And he said, creativity is genius, having fun.
I love
Mm.
that.
Mhm.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
that.
You just let
Catherine,
that
you are a regular
creativity go and you're
poet.
in. You're having
She's
fun.
Oh my
that
gosh.
people do not realize how high the IQ is for creative people. If they always think of analytical people as being ultra smart and high on the IQ
Mhm.
level and things like that, but creative people have a different. I don't think they can. I don't think they can put a number on it because it's a different IQ. It's flexibility, it's spontaneity,
It's a different
it's
part of the brain.
flexibility. It's being able to. Have you ever met? I always the term idiot savant. Where that
Mhm.
person can do one thing and does it
Mhm.
extremely well.
Mhm.
The 5-year-old that can play the piano is a virtuoso, but he'll probably have to be taken care of the rest of his life because he doesn't know how to do anything else. And
Mm.
then, I got a
You know,
5-year-old that can, build a truck and, paint a house. And so we all come in different forms and flavors, but
mhm.
I'm up for the creative heart. How about you?
Yes,
Me
I am
too.
too. Well, this is our last few minutes on the end of the show, and we just want to thank Catherine because you are spectacular. We love you. We love your mind, and it has just been such a pleasure having you on this show today.
It's
So,
been a
with
pleasure.
that, we are going to say our goodbyes, and hopefully for the next time that we see you, and we're gonna have a great time. Jenny, you want to say something?
No, just thanks, Catherine, for all your gifts and your wisdom and your knowledge. And we're so happy you agreed to come on our show. We're so blessed. And you can find Catherine. Are you under Cat's Creations or are you under
I made
Creative?
a transition. I'm still under create that you can find me on the creative space on Omega's YouTube page.
Okay.
And my CMS Creations art website is still under process of being set up, but I'll be Cat's Creations by Monday morning.
Okay, we're going to put Cat's Creations. I'm going to put her under my Facebook, evenestshops.com,
Mm-hmm.
as
Perfect.
well as my other pages. And Jeanette is found at Creations of the Heart Art,
Mm-hmm.
and you can find her where I'm at. She can find me where she's at.
That's
Kind of.
right. Our web pages, I partner with everybody, so I make sure I put it on my website and everything. And I also, at the end of the video, we can put her website and things like that, everybody's links. So it would be fun. They know how to get in touch with her and things like that, know how to get in touch with us as well.
Yep. And
Well,
this will be a replay, guys. So in case you missed all the fun and you want to hear it again, come back and visit us, y'all. We'll be here next Friday, 12 noon. 12 noon, right, guys?
Yep, yeah.
And
12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Yep. So bye, y'all. Thank
All
you
right,
for
guys.
joining us.
bye.